I never imagined one day that I can be Christian. If somebody told me this, I can tell them, no, kill me, and maybe I was going to be killed, but nobody can force me or tell me even about the idea of being Christian. Nobody can do this. I was trying to guarantee my place in heaven, because it's never guaranteed. You are always in a point that most probably you are going to go to hell, most probably. So you have to guarantee this. And the easiest way to guarantee something like this is to die for God. And this was one of my plans when I was young, and I prepared my bag. And I was one of the people who were going to Iraq. I used to feel that Allah is punishing me, that I don't deserve to go and die for Him. So the fire of loving God was still in me. So I decided that maybe I didn't get the chance to die for Him, but I can get other people to live with Him. And from that moment, I started to learn how to talk to others. I started to put, in the beginning, my Muslim friends as my first target. I will get you to God. Because we used to see that Muslims who are not Salafi, they have some problems in their faith. They are not that real Muslims. I started to work with them. I started to get them to God. I succeeded with 100% success. It was very successful plan. After that, I was not satisfied. So Muslims are not enough. I want to get others to God. The nearest people to our thinking is always Christians. They are living with us, and they are crazy people. I'm sorry, but they are people who think that we have three gods. And it's easy. It's only one God, so I can get them to Him. So I decided to start with them. I started through the internet. I convinced some of them with Islam. Some of them accepted and converted to Islam. When I felt that I'm succeeding in doing this after the first 2 or 3 persons, so I decided to learn more about Christianity, because I did this without knowing a single verse or idea about Christianity. So I said I will study Christianity with our shuyukh. This is the normal thing, our leaders, people who used to study comparative religion. So I went to listen to some of them, but here was the first shock to me. That the thing that they said was really unconvincing. They were saying some, I'm sorry, silly things about Christians. Like, those Christians are dirty people, they don't clean themselves. And these things, by the way, in the Muslim communities and the Arab communities, they used to say it. They take the bless by the sweat of the priest. So when I was listening to these things, I started to say, I know Christians around me. Maybe they are not that close friends, but they cannot accept something like this. It's not even a human who can accept this. And I started, to remember some names in my head, like this engineer guy and this doctor guy, how he accept to do this with the priest, and sorry for saying so, but they think that they took their wives to the priest for inappropriate things. So I felt like I cannot accept this. The best thing that I will do what I learned in the Salafi community, which is, if you want to learn something, take it from the masters of the science. So the Salafi thinking was my first way to God. So I decided to listen to priests and to listen to pastors and to see what Christianity is talking about. And in the dream, something different happened to me that night. I still remember I was running in the dream in a very long road, and it was very dark. A lot of trees was chasing me. The trees was full of thorns, like it's trying to kill me. And at the end of the road, suddenly I found a house, something like a house. with an open door, and someone in front of the door is standing looking at me. He was the only person that I've seen in the place, so I was not recognizing who he is. I said, please help me. And suddenly I found his hand is extending to me, and it's very huge hand. I was afraid it's going to kill me. But suddenly I found that it was very gentle on my shoulder, and it grabbed me in front of him, and the tree stopped. And suddenly I found that I'm talking to Jesus, and he's looking deeply in my eyes, and I still remember that look, and he's saying calmly, it's your time to follow me. I woke up on that day. I will not say that I woke up in a way that I believed in Jesus. No, I started to point myself and say, oh, this is a psychological effect. Definitely this is not true. But the strange thing, that in the second day, I got the same dream with the same details. I woke up and I was angry. Why this nightmare is following me? It was not a nightmare, but the result of the dream will be a nightmare. Suddenly you feel like you lost all your faith. It's not easy. And I woke up talking to God, and I'm saying, if you are really Jesus, come to me one more time with the same details. I was wishing that it was the same God, the stubborn God, that he will look at me and say, okay, I came to you and refused me, so okay, I will not come to you again. But the strange thing that he was really merciful as we wish and as he deserved. He came to me again in the third day with the same details, looking at my eyes and saying with full of confidence, I told you, it's your time to follow me. I still remember that moment. I woke up and I feel like, oh, I don't have heart. I have a stone inside. How he has this gentle treatment, how he is that merciful, how he is that great. He looked at me, he was pity for me, and he came to me. He accepted me the way I am. And on that day, I decided that this God deserves to be followed, and I will search for this God in his books. Open the Bible again, I felt like, I understand, yes, this God is talking to me. It's not only words, he's talking to me. And I searched for him for a while, and slowly I was going out of Islam and going towards the thing that always felt that it is matching with my nature. It is the core of me. This is the normal understanding. I understand now how he loves me, how he came for me, how he crucified himself for me. I feel like I'm special, not a slave anymore. I'm from Salafi, so I have to still look Salafi person, talk like Salafis, go to pray. One of the hardest times in my life, I prayed with them, and I'm Christian. It was very painful. Nobody can understand it. I was talking to God in the prayer and saying, I'm sorry, I have to do this. The fear was huge, because you want to continue your life. You cannot lose everything suddenly, and people will kill you easily, and underline the word easily, just because you're different. Just because you say, I want to worship God the way I understand now. This is not accepted. You left Islam, so you have to be killed. My uncle is a Muslim leader. He is, we call it a da'iyah. He is a preacher in English. He is well known in the Salafi community, and he has some TV program. The first thing that he called me, I faced him many times. The first time when he was just doubting me, but after he started to be sure, he was direct and frank you are not Muslim anymore. Your blood is halal. It's your time to leave your place to someone who deserves it. You have to die. We announced to the family that anybody see you can kill you. You have to be killed. It's a must. You have 3 times to ask you to come back to Islam. These 3 times cannot extend a month. It cannot be more than a month. Within this month, you have to come back to your mind, or you will die. I told him that I will not leave what I reach it, and if you have something, talk to me. If this is the truth, tell me. And we can debate if you have things to say. He started saying nothing except insultings, and I was wondering how he insulted while he's a sheikh. It was a surprise for me as well. But he was saying very bad words. And he was angry just because I was replying and saying, but I love you. And this is what Jesus has changed in me. He was insulting, and it was really with all love. I was saying, I accept and I love you. Just listen to me. No, I don't want to listen and start insulting again. Okay, I forgive you. Just listen to me. I love you. Just listen to the word of Jesus. He refused totally. And he started to spread the word. A lot of Jews started to threaten me that if I came back, he will kill me. If we are able to get you where you are, because nobody knows where am I up till now. So they said, if we knew where you are, we will kill you. And but I trust Jesus, he will protect us. I meet a lot of people, and when I talk to them, they say, we have a lot of Christian friends, but they never told us about this. So I'm sorry to say so, but you are responsible. So please help the people who used to be like me from going to hell away of God. You can fill the kingdom of God. So please go on, do efforts, go to the church, talk to people about Jesus. Forget everything, forget rituals, forget everything. Just Jesus is the best message that you can give it to someone like me. I will say this from the deep of my heart, and I really mean it. I will fall down on my knees and I will tell him from the deep of my heart, kill me, but accept Jesus. I mean it. Take my life. Do whatever you want. But just believe that this man, who is God in the flesh, didn't die for nothing but died for you. Just do this and do whatever about me. Nothing more. Nothing more. I know that he will feel me because I'm saying the truth, and the truth sound is always clear. I love them so much. I love my family. However, they want to kill me. Up till this moment, they are searching for me to kill me. But I love them, and I love all my Muslims family. And I want to tell them that God deserves to be worshipped. And he is outside knocking the door. So please, listen. Just listen.